Hello, children. Welcome back to our English class. Dear students, I hope you remember we were doing the chapter We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be Together. And that is the second chapter of the text Hornbill. Okay. Now, in the previous class, we had seen that the sea storm had started, and a huge wave broke onto the ship. Gordon Cook was tossed from one side to another by the force of the water like a rag doll. Okay, and he was badly injured. You remember, his mouth was filled with blood and broken pieces of teeth. Okay, so all these, he was badly injured. He hands the steering wheel to his wife, who comes in between and goes down to check if everything is fine under the deck. And today, children, we are going to start with page 15, para 3. Are you ready for it? Okay, let us start. Larry and Herb were pumping like madmen. Pumping. What were they pumping? As you know that already the huge wave had broken onto the ship, the underneath, okay, under the deck, everything was, under the deck, the water level was rising up. So this Larry and Herb, do you remember Larry and Herb, the two crewmen whom Gordon Cook had taken up for assistance? Yes. So Larry and Herb, they were pumping the water out of this particular ship like madmen, like in great speed. That's why, like madmen. Broken timbers hung at crazy angles. Broken timber. Timber means wood. So the ship was, it is already mentioned, the ship was made of wood. So the wooden pieces here and there, due to the force of the water, the wooden pieces had broken here and there. Okay. And they were hanging from the walls. Okay. The whole starboard. Now, what is the starboard? The starboard of a ship is on the right. Okay. The starboard of the ship is on the right when you are facing forward. Suppose you are facing forward of the ship. Then the starboard is a place that is generally on the right hand side. Okay, it's like a platform made for you to keep things. Okay, a rack kind of thing, starboard. Okay, so the whole starboard side bulged inward. Bulging means to pop out. Okay, so bulged inward like a concave mirror. You must have learned concave mirror and convex mirror. So the concave side, that is inward. Okay, the bulging was inward, not outward. Okay, so the starboard side bulged inward. Clothes, crockery, charts, tins, toys sloshed about in deep water. Sloshed means it was floating around with great speed. Okay, so everything, the clothes, crockery, the utensils. Okay, बर्तन जिसको कहते हैं. Okay, clothes, crockery, charts, all the chart papers, everything, tins, all kinds of tins, and the toys of the two children. Who are the two children on board? Suzanne and, do you remember the two people on board? His son and daughter. Suzanne and Jonathan. Yes, Suzanne and Jonathan. So these two children, their toys were floating around in the water. I half swam, half crawled into the children's cabin. So the children were given separate cabin, and so into the he did not hear any sound of the children, and the whole ship under was filling up with water. And I hope you know the cabins are under the deck. Okay, so this portion was filling up with water. So where are the children? He wanted to make sure that the children are safe. So he half crawled. Crawled matlab ringna. Ring ke jana. Okay, he half crawled and half swam. Okay, into the children's cabin. Are you all right? I asked. So Gordon Cook asked them if they were all right. Yes, they answered from the upper bunk. Now, bunk means there are bunk beds, okay, in the hostels and all. If you go to other states or other places, you will have bunk beds. Bunk beds means you have two beds, one on top of the other. So that is bunk. So on the upper bunk, that is on the upper bed, they were sitting because they were two children, so they might be having bunk beds. That is one bed down, and on top of that you have another bed, and they are set on four poles. Okay, so these children, due to the water filling into the room, into the cabin, they were sitting on the upper bunk, and sitting there they said, Papa, everything is fine. Okay, but my head hurts a bit, said Suzanne. Okay, so Suzanne says, but my head is hurting me. Hurting it means it's paining. Okay, pointing to a big bump above the eyes. Bump means a projection. When you bang your head against a wall or something like that, you have a projection on your, a bulging thing on your head. Okay, so that's why there was a bulge on her head. Not on her head, just above the eyes, maybe on the eyebrows or somewhere like that. I had no time to worry about bumped heads. So he had no time to worry about that bulging of the head and all those stuff, because the next worry that he had was the water that was increasing. Okay, the amount of water increasing in the ship. That was the ultimate concern that he had. So he had to think about that. After finding a hammer, screw, and canvas, I struggled back on the deck. So, after collecting hammers, screws, and canvas, a thick cloth, okay, he went back and onto the deck. With the sideboard, with the starboard side bashed open, starboard side, that is the right side. It was almost, it had struck and it was open due to the force of the striking. We were taking water with each wave that broke over us. So the water was entering more and more into the ship with each huge wave breaking onto the ship. If I couldn't make some repairs, we would surely sink. So if the repair of the starboard, and if the repair of anything like this is not done, okay, then what will happen? The ship might sink any time. Somehow I managed to stretch canvas and secure waterproof hatch covers across the gaping holes. So what did he do? He stretched the canvas, he just placed the waterproof covering over it and screwed them, okay, and filled up the gaps on the hatch, okay. Some water continued to stream below. Stream means flow in. Okay, below. Below means where the cabins and all are there. But most of it was now being deflected over the side. Deflected means the direction of the water was changed. Okay, and it was now deviated to flow outside from the side of the ship. Most of the water content. More problems arose when our hand pumps started to block up with the debris floating around the cabin, and the electric pump short circuited. So what happened? The biggest problem came in when their hand pump stopped working, because all the unwanted thing that was floating around jammed the hand pump. Okay, and the electric pump they had, that also due to the water and everything short circuited. The water level rose threateningly. Threateningly means it was threatening that ship might means there might be a shipwreck, ship might sink any moment. Okay, that was the threatening that it was giving. Back on the deck, I found that our 2 spare hand pumps had been wrenched overboard. So, he went back to the deck and he found that they had 2 spare hand pumps, but that 2 hand pumps had been twisted, okay, violently, and so it was very difficult. Along with the forestay sail and jib and dingies and the main anchor, everything was in a pathetic condition. All these things that were there, everything was in a pathetic state because of the force of the water. Okay, children, please go through the lesson till here. We'll continue the lesson next day. Please go through the lesson. Any doubt, jot it down. You can give me a call, and then I'll clarify as far as possible. I'll clarify your doubts on phone, and if not possible, when the classes reopen, school reopens, I'll clarify all your doubts. Thank you. Have a good day.